So, Coach, these about 4 or 5 years ago, like the program was going through like a little bit of a transition, but then these past 2 seasons have been pretty well. But how do you kind of avoid the girls having a sense of like complacency, like in their minds going forward this season?
I think I think having last year having set the overall wins record within the program in the school, I think that has put it's a driving force behind the girls. They know kind of the talent that they bring and to the program and how that ranks up against the conference opponents. So I think that you know they want to win it just as much as I do. We talked about that all year long and kind of from day one of where we see ourselves and realistically, what we can achieve as a team. So I think that, in terms of that, I don't have to constantly motivate them because they have motivated themselves to want to get better in practices and they know what's at stake and what they can achieve as a team. So I think in that aspect, it's not hard to avoid complacency whenever your players are motivated as what they are. So that taste of success that they got last year, that's the driving force behind them that's propelling them into this season.
And how do you plan to fill the production of some pretty stellar seniors, Alexandra, Witt, and Tara Lee Hanson in the infield and on the mound?
Yeah, they were huge role players. I wish that we could have them back for another year. But I think again, this is things that we've covered from pretty much day one with the team. I don't think that it's going to be one person. Not one person's going to take over what Witt accomplished, and not one person's going to achieve what Tara did on the mound as well. I think it's going to be our overall pitching staff as a whole that's going to take a hold and guide us in that direction. And then from an offensive standpoint, it's again everybody's going to have to chip away at a little bit more. We talked about that, what we can do, just to increase things little by little. And it's not just one person having to do that job, but it's the team as a whole absorbing that and kind of moving forward with it all.
And how is the team going to be able to find their flow? Obviously, this weekend you all open the tournament in Hartsville, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. What are the teams going to be like that you're playing, and how are you all going to be able to adjust being so far from home in your first few games here?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, we open up with two very strong teams, both Bloomsburg and King. They were made it to the NCAA regionals last year, so that's a challenge, and I like that. I think that the girls like that. If you want to be the best team, you got to compete against the best teams out there. So I think that will be a test, and it will show us, kind of where we are and what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are. But it is a challenge opening up on the road and going down south because we're a little limited and restricted on what we can do between January and late February here in the north. So I think that it'll be a little bit different for us when we're consistently getting on dirt and having balls come off the dirt. But it'll be a good thing too. I hope that we can get out this week. It's supposed to be nice weather, so we'll pound in the reps and get the work in there. But it is always a challenge, especially just given the fact that we're in the north and don't have the opportunity to consistently work out on the field. That ball comes off the bat a little bit different and off the dirt a little bit different than it does, off a gym floor, and you're using a real ball and not something a little bit squishier and padded. So, but I think it's good. I don't think opening up on the road is a bad thing. The girls will be excited. They'll be ready to get out there. The warm weather will really make them energetic and ready to go at game time. So I think it's good in terms of that, and then also we don't have other distractions kind of around us. Basically we just have the games to focus on during that time. So I think it'll be good, and it's going to be a great test. We'll have a challenge on Sunday as well, playing, and that will show us a lot, and then we can come back and again focus on our weaknesses. From that point, it'll be a good thing, and hopefully we don't have too many weaknesses though.